Hey guys, Mayflom here, and I'm just unpacking, just came in the mail, my June and July Kelly Purkey Simon Says stamp kit, and there's some great basic gray hello and hey you in here, some My Mind's Eye, these are some little sequins and little clips that'll be cute, and then of course all kinds of Kelly Purkey exclusives. So I'm just kind of taking a look at these here and seeing what triggers my interest, seeing what gives me an idea of what I would like to scrapbook. So what I came up with, I only have one photo of my daughters and their cousin holding up this rock in Colorado, and I like the colors, and it is a story that I want to tell. And I was going to go with craft cardstock, but I decided because there's some craft accents and also because of the colors in the picture, I decided not to go that route, but instead I'm going to go with kind of a cream color cardstock. So I've got a couple of cards there that I like for this. This one says summer 2013. I can either save this or I could easily cover that up if I didn't want it to say that. This one says it's time for an adventure, and that's really cute. I could use that one maybe. I picked a couple of the stamps off of the stamp set, and I'm stamping with archival ink in Monarch Orange. And I'm picking orange because I know I want a lot of neutral and a lot of blue, and I also want something that's going to pop off of my page. So I'm going with orange. And you might notice that my stamp says 201, and that's because I need another 2 to make it 2012. But don't worry, because as soon as I put these stamps all back, I'm going to keep just the 2 on there. I'm going to put all the other ones back on the sheet, and I'll just ink up the 2 carefully here. And I'm going to just stamp it where it needs to be to finish it out. See? Easy as can be. Before I go any further here, I'm going to flick a couple drops of Dylusion's Calypso Teal ink spray. And I like to do flick like this, like I am with the dropper here, instead of spritzing it in a case like this. Simply because I can get bigger droplets and not very much will come out at one time. As you can see, I really have to work to get that many droplets, so I don't worry about too much getting dumped. And the other thing is, you can just, if you know exactly where you want to drop, once you've shaken out the initial excess, you could actually just place your dots of ink wherever you wanted them. And now that I've done that, I do kind of want to add in some sunshine, and I'm going to do the same thing. And if you wanted to do that where you're just dropping, I would just kind of shake it off a little before you pull it out there, and then just do that same thing. You can just, if you really want to be particular about it, but I gotta tell you, most of the time you're better off to just flick. Just flick. And this will give you the bigger droplets, because you know when you mist, you tend to get a finer mist, and this will just give you some nice big old droplets. And I just want it up there and down here, and I'm just going to give this a second to dry. I'll hit it with my heat tool just to speed it up so it dries off there and we can continue on our merry way. Because you know what? I'm going to start committing papers down. I'm going to start gluing stuff down because we got to get this going. I got some year-end parties to plan and teacher thank you notes to write, and oh my goodness. There is just way too much going on in this household this week. I'll actually start with this card because, actually, I take that back. I'll start with this card and a piece of paper. So I'm going to take a strip of paper about where I want the height to be and go ahead and glue that down. And yeah, we're going to have a real ugly spot right there, but hang on. Give me a second and I'll fix that up too. Scrapbooking with scrapbooking with 6x6 paper, really not hard on a traditional layout. And if you don't do Project Life, like I don't do Project Life, but maybe you have an interest this summer in the ease of creating that kind of a layout where you've got lots of photos all go in the same direction and cards, you can check out, I did actually a whole series called Project Hawaii where I went through and scrapbooked, oh goodness, I don't know, 100, 120 photos, something crazy like that, in a very short amount of time. If I'm doing that. And you can see we still have a little tiny bit of a spot there, and it's not helpful that I have a little, there we go, little tiny nugget there that was showing through. I'm going to put this here, and it's not going to fully, if I put this here, it's not going to cover all the way to here. So I got I have some choices to make. You know, I could do something much bigger, much lower. What I actually think I'm going to do, now that I am even talking about this, is I'm going to put my title right here. Okay, so my title is going to cover that over. Really super easy to cover up wherever you have 6x6 papers going on. And I absolutely love that because it just makes my life so much easier. At least in this one small way. And you know, I do like this kind of acid green color. I like what that brings to the table here. So I'm going to go ahead and tape down a few little snippets of that. I'm really ready for warm summer weather, and I'm actually, as I'm doing this page, I'm really excited about this kit because I want to use it for this summer. I actually just got around to February through May printing out a bunch of photos, and I have some photos from Hawaii that I think would be great with this kit. Okay, so I'm gonna set this in here, and I think I want it, yeah, I do want it to go all the way. Okay, so I just need to get this into here. Ooh, and I like that. And I'm going to make another one for the other side. And the other side, how long do I want it to be? I'm just going to use this little scrap for the other side. I love cutting my own little banners, just trimming them up here. Super easy to do, not hard. Just, if you want a banner, just cut 2 little notches and glue it down. In black, I'm going to stamp this little border stamp. I think right along this edge here. I'm going to add my journaling. I'm going to add my title, and I think I might add a few little sequins and dots to accent along my misted areas. And I will post this finished layout as well as a supply list over on my blog. I hope you have enjoyed. I wish you some very happy crafting. And remember, even if you don't have a long period of time, you can still get something done.